I think just the way we locked in on personnel and played our scout throughout this whole week, and then today, and then like looking at things like the rebounding battle. We brought our assists down from last time. Points off turnovers, we forced them into a lot of turnovers. Overall, though, just really happy to see us bounce back from how we played at their place to now.
Speaking of that, obviously the defensive effort obviously was there tonight. Just what was the difference in your eyes in terms of defensive effort?
I mean, looking back at the film, like, it's kind of painful this whole week where we're looking back at those clips and like just having to watch it all happen again. So I think that kind of just lit a fire in us, and then obviously nobody's going to walk in here and beat us on our own court like easily. So we kind of played with that mindset.
Was there also a sense of knowing like the importance of this game, like for your bigger goals that you guys have set for yourselves?
For sure. I think every game at this point is important. You're trying to play for seeding at this point. We want to get as high as we can. So we got to just do our job and play one game at a time. So we took this one very seriously, and now we'll move on to the next one.
Riding this momentum now, heading into what will be obviously a big rivalry game, like how critical is having the momentum that you guys have now?
It's amazing to see us play almost a full 4 quarters. I think that third quarter we kind of let up, had the intentional foul, slowed down the momentum a little bit. But it's good to see us playing like that going into March, because that's the time you got to really play.
Not that you guys needed the confidence boost, but to have an outcome like this against that kind of caliber team, what does that allow you guys to kind of do now forward?
It just shows what we're capable of. We all knew it, but now to actually see it, hopefully we can build off that momentum and just keep it rolling.
How big, Richard obviously kind of went off, but for Becky to have 7 points and 7 turnovers as well, just how critical was it to kind of hold someone who might be the player of the year to those others?
No, that's huge. She kind of went off on us at her place, and so that was a big emphasis this whole week and just how we were going to play her. And anytime you can hold their leading scorer like that to 7 points, like you'll give it to Richards. Like, she played great, hit some great shots. If she wants to have them, that's fine, but we still end up with that win. So.
Evilise hit that huge 3 in the corner to push up 9. You had 18 bench points, I think it was. How big was the bench today?
Our bench is amazing every night. I mean, just looking back their bench to our bench, that's the good thing about us, our depth and how far we can go. Just to give people breaks, and then they come in and it doesn't go down at all. It stays right there at that notch.
When did you realize the scoring was going to come? We were going to embrace that role tonight. It seemed like you were on it from the tip.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like a few drives and like I could see how easily I was getting there, and they were calling the fouls, and it's kind of just keep riding that wave. Coach has been on me to shoot it more, so I'm trying to listen.
Obviously, I mean, I know we asked you a lot about Savage Arena and this home crowd, but just take us through just kind of those final moments, hearing that noise, everyone. I mean, just what is it like to obviously finish the game out in front of them, having them kind of support you in that?
Yeah, no, our fans are amazing. They're our 6th man out there. Sometimes I think they help us get the whistle going our way instead of theirs. So, but no, our fans are great. We love having them out there and just like vibing off of their energy, I should say.
And then Kira obviously got some foul trouble, but for her to pick up that last steal at the end, how fitting was that for her?
That's Kira Goss. Kira Goss has been doing that all year. She's our defensive player of the year, day in and day out. So that's Kira, though. I love her.
How much Alex Richard, she had 30 points or whatever. The rest of the team was 11 for 37. They had a lot of success against you guys at all stages. How much was defense emphasized coming into this game?
I mean, in film sessions, it was heavily emphasized. We see how we were getting beat. So we knew, like, our personnel, we had to be heavy in gaps, and that's what we did tonight.
Coming into this game, I mean, obviously you guys take it game by game, but did you guys sense that this game kind of meant more, as you guys are getting ready for the postseason?
Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, every game means a lot to us. Like you said, Sammy says, coming down to March, like she said, seeding. So we know every game is important, and we got to play like it's our last.
Over the 7-game win streak, what do you kind of point to the consistency of this team as you guys are kind of building momentum?
I would say our communication and our togetherness. I mean, we kind of know, like, fill each other out. We already know, like, who likes to do what. And I feel like we're growing each and every day on that. So I feel like each and every game we're doing better.
Does it add anything knowing, you guys are the first team to beat them this season?
It just shows that what we're capable of. We knew that we are capable of doing it, and just seeing it out today, it just means a lot.
You're beating Ball State, Kent State, and Buffalo now. You're beating all the top teams in the league. What does it do for you guys, kind of confidence-wise, when you're out there on the court?
It just shows that any day, like, we can play with the best of the best. We can compete with the best of the best, and that's what we did today.
obviously growing up in this area, you know the Battle by 75 well. That's up next on Saturday. Just obviously having played them once already and kind of looking forward to that rivalry again. Just kind of what are your, I guess, initial outlook on the rematch, so to speak, coming up Saturday? You know, playing this rivalry again.
It's going to be a very fun game. We beat them here at our house, so I know they're going to want to get back at us. So we just got to play hard and stay consistent.
What a fun basketball game to be a part of. Honestly, the crowd was tremendous. We obviously knew Ball State was going to give us their absolute best. I told our team in the very first timeout that we were getting everything they had, and that means that they respect us, and that's a good thing. You know, there's too much history between these two programs for it to be anything less than just an absolute dogfight. It took a full 40. I knew it was going to. I thought absolutely Cadence Dykstra was the unsung hero of the game tonight. Just dogging Allie Becky for 40 minutes and was tremendous on both ends.
Yeah, I mean, the defense, Becky, 7 turnovers, only 7 points. They were 11 of 37 outside of Alex Richard. Just how critical was that?
I mean, it was huge. They got more shots than us, Kyle. But we took better care of the basketball tonight. And again, we didn't want it to be easy. We felt like they got shots they practiced when we were at Ball State. We felt like they got rhythm shots, and credit to them. They create those for each other. They're a very seasoned basketball team. They're a very well-coached team, and so we wanted to be a little bit more disruptive tonight than we were at their place. And of course, they were also very disruptive. So I think just an incredible battle, a really hard-fought battle on both ends, and I already had a lot of respect for that program, but it just continues to grow.
You've talked about how you don't produce a lot of steals, and you guys had 11 tonight. You had 19 points off turnovers. How much did that kind of jumpstart your offense?
You know, that free throw, turnover, rebound battle, right? Those are the big three that everybody always talks about, and we were able to do a really good job there tonight, getting to the line and knocking them down, especially some huge ones down the stretch. But, you know, again, we're just not built to press and run and jump and hedge and be that kind of an aggressive team. But I think if we continue to get creative and be disciplined and be ready for a personnel scout, then we can get those. I think none were bigger than that last one by Kira Goss by just reaching in and snatching one. That's not a scheme. That's just a player making a big-time play.
Evilise hit the big 3 in the corner. You guys outscored them 18-4 in bench points. How big was the bench?
The bench is great, and Nan's it's kind of unfair, right? You know, she's always coming in off the bench. She's a tremendous 6th man and brings that juice for us. You know, Eva Cole has been coming 2 mornings a week for the last 6 or 8 weeks and getting a workout in and getting extra shots in. And I think it just speaks to, you know, who she is and her work ethic and her, you know, her integrity. And I'm still fighting to get better for this year. And she's going to be huge for us down the stretch. Same with Faith, same with Destiny, same with Weave. That whole crew over there, we're going to need everybody to win 3 and 4. And tonight's mission was just to get one step closer to being the best basketball team we can possibly be at the end of March.
How important is this momentum that you guys are kind of riding right now, knowing what the next game is, the Battle by 75, and of course the bigger goals the closest ahead?
Yeah, well, in marathon terms, right, we have an uphill finish. You know, we've got Ball State, we had Ball State tonight. We're at BG, and then we've got Buffalo again. We have Kent State again on the road. We have NIU who beat us here. You know, it's a really Central Michigan made it extremely hard on us, and they're getting better and better. They're very young. It is an uphill finish here. I'm certainly going to enjoy this one tonight, and then we'll get back to the drawing board and get ready for a very good Bowling Green team that's getting better every single game.
You mentioned the competition in this league. You guys have proven to beat those teams at the top of the board. I mean, just in terms of what you guys have shown yourselves down the stretch here, just what impressed you most in terms of just what you guys have been able to do up to this point?
I think, honestly, no one cares who gets the credit on this team. It's just so fun to coach these young women. They love playing with each other. They've given us a chance to really drill down our defensive fundamentals, and they've bought in at a high level. And so I think what impresses me the most is who they are and how much they love one another. Honestly, they play hard. They have fun. I think they play the game the way that it should be played, and they love these fans. You know, they were like, "Hey, Coach, we got a big crowd tonight," and I was like, "Let's go!" So they're all in on Toledo. It's really fun.
Getting an outcome in front of this crowd tonight, obviously that was ruckus and rowdy. I mean, just does that add? And obviously every win is important, but just does it elevate anything in terms of the mindset you guys have?
I think it proves to us that we can be among the top. We have some work to do. We have some things to tighten up and fix. But you know, coming into the season, there were so many question marks, so many uncertainties. And so I think our confidence is solid right now, and it's because we do the work and we work hard. But, yeah, like I said, uphill finish right here, one at a time.
I mean, they won the last 3 titles, Toledo, Matt titles.
I heard that when I got here, Kyle.
You beat Ball State, Kent State, and Buffalo, the other teams up there with you. Like, did you have to like reprove to your team that they were a team of the last 3?
We don't really talk about it. I know that sounds crazy. What we talk about being the best this year, these players being the best they can possibly be together. And we just really focus on the present. And I didn't, comparison is the thief of joy. We wanted to just, maybe we don't win it all. I joked with them, it wasn't funny to them, but when we started this season, I said, okay, so we go 0-4, what happens? They were like, oh my God, we haven't lost 4 games ever. I'm like, we go 0-4, what happens? Nothing happens. We keep getting better, we keep getting better, we keep getting better. And fortunately, probably mostly for me, we didn't go 0-4. But we've just got to keep plugging along, keep improving, keep getting better, and keep having fun playing the game.
You talk about a sense of allowing yourself to celebrate this one. Is there like an extra sweetness note like this one? Ball State's first MAC loss.
Yeah, we want to protect Savage. And it was their first loss because they're so good. Like, I'm watching them, and I'm going, oh, if we do that, they'll do this. If we do that, they'll do this. And just a tremendous amount of respect for them. And their bench, the transfers they brought in, they got, they took that next level. And so, every one that's a W in that column is a sweet one. And so, I think you always feel some type of way when somebody beats you. You want to get them back. And so I'd say, if anything, it was more like that revenge tour.
When you have a spark like that at the halftime, do you kind of sense that after your message to them, or just, is there anything that led to that, I guess?
Well, people have asked me what I do at halftime. It's hilarious. It's really just their competitiveness. And I give them 5 or 6 minutes in there before we even go in, and we meet as a staff and talk about some adjustments. And golly, that's when the leaders are leading, and everybody's putting in their 2 cents of, hey, make sure we do this, and did you see this? And that was my fault. That happened there. I got to talk earlier. And so, I think that's an opportunity that we've capitalized on to allow our leaders and our competitors, the veterans, to kind of take the reins and set the tone in there. And then, we just came out in the second half ready to go.
I don't know if you saw it. There's a sign in the stands a fan had just bought with a picture on it. Seems like the fans are already embracing you. Just your thoughts on just having that support already?
I can't believe I get to be the head coach at Toledo. I can't believe I get to be the leader of a place that has 4,000, 5,000 fans every night. I'm so humbled by it. I want to do right by everyone, especially these seniors. We want to continue to grow this program and build this thing. And, I think we're just getting started in our potential. Like I said, I'm always going to be talking about the things that we can fix and the areas where we can grow. And, I hope that this fan base feels welcomed and loved by me. And, if they want to give that back, that'd be awesome.